All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our monthly Natural Solutions webinar. So we talk about a different oil or different product or oils for the month or the season. And tonight we're going to focus on natural solutions for fall and some of the oils we like to use and like to have on hand. And one I'm really excited to use a little bit more. I knew a little bit about it, but in preparing, I learned a little more. So I'm excited to kind of add that in into our routine for fall. All right, so first thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to reference one of my books because there are quite a few oils. That way I don't miss anything. And it's a book that I really like to use to go back to. It's a modern essentials book. But first we are going to look at the natural solutions triangle, so the wellness triangle. Some of you have seen this before, some of you haven't. This is just one that focuses on Doterra products, so what we would suggest just on the daily basis. And as you use these things on a daily basis, it should help your system stay stronger for those times of the year that you might encounter different bugs and germs and help keep your immune system strong. So the main thing that's on each and every one that's showing that each area you need this item is a lifelong vitality pack, which I've shown it a few times. It's this beauty right here. And this is it's not just a dietary supplement, it's more than that. And so this is really a key, that if you're taking this all the time, no matter what season it is, no matter what you're going through, if you are well, if you're not feeling great, it is something that will change your life. It's guaranteed. It says so on the box. Just 30 days, change your life, guaranteed. You can see that. And if not, they will give you a full refund. So that is the nice thing about the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and doTERRA really stands behind it. So that is my first go-to. My second go-to, which I think I forgot to grab it, is my On Guard oil. I don't have the oil with me. It comes in a 15 milliliter in the other room. Otherwise, I am really excited now. We have the On Guard antiseptic spray, and it does kill 99.9% of germs. So all you do is you can spray it on surfaces. I'm going to spray it on my hands. And you can spray it on surfaces, you can spray it on your hands, but it will kill 99.9% of germs, which is really awesome. On Guard is the oil by itself. It smells like On Guard. It smells like fall. That's probably why I like On Guard, because of the oils that are in it. The oils in On Guard are usually cinnamon. Let me double check this one. Gotta open it. Cinnamon, cloves usually in there, wild orange is in there. And those are oils we're going to talk about in a little bit. Yes, there is apple fruit extract. That's what's in this. That is not in the On Guard oil. There is orange peel oil, clove, cinnamon leaf oil, cinnamon bark oil, rosemary. This one doesn't have the wild orange. The other one may not either. So it's got a lot of oils that are great for your immune system. So you can double check here. So that's what the On Guard looks like. A nice picture. And the other oils, just making sure there's no other ones. Eucalyptus. I don't think I said that one. And then there's wild orange, there's clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary, flower, and leaf. So that is a great one in the product pages if you need reference, but if you go to doTERRA and you're looking at the oils, there's a spot that'll say in the bottom PIP, which is product information pages. And you can find those. I don't want to open this. You can find those there. And so this is one I reference sometimes. This page talking about the different oils. So the blends, the single oils, the ones we're going to talk about. But the oil itself you can take internally. You can use a number of different products Doterra offers, and I was going to show you my screen. It may not happen tonight. All right. We will show you the screen. Okay, so you can see on here, Doterra offers an aroma ace diffuser with an On Guard in it. So this is a great one to diffuse this time of year. It's great anytime you're feeling kind of down, under the weather, or you know a lot of people have not been feeling great. This is a great one to make sure you're protecting your immune system. That's why it's called the Protecting Blend. There's the oil right there. You can see wholesale retail costs. This is another item we love having in our home. It's the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. So we use that. I use that for my dish soap, my homemade dish soap. I've used it in my laundry soap that I make, and I use it just periodically with different cleaning supplies because it has the essential oil in it. And then I love this one. We love this foaming hand wash, but we get that and you fill your container halfway. Do not fill it all the way, or you will have stuff going everywhere. And then you'll be wasting it. You don't want to do that. So one container usually fills 2 of the pump bottles. I use this every day for hand washing. I've taken it to work and I keep it in my cubby when I'm not working. It's something I also use for my skin. That's what I will wash my face with in the morning or at night, depending on when I take a shower. And then they have their own laundry detergent. So if you don't have time to make anything, I hear it's amazing. It's wonderful. It goes 64 loads is what it does. It's very concentrated. We have toothpaste with On Guard in it, and that's great because there's a lot of germs in your mouth, and it helps protect your immune system. That's one of the places it'll help start protecting with samples. And then these are go-to. I have them right here. They are the throat drops, and we have those a lot, and they have the On Guard oil. Some people don't like it because it is quite spicy with the cinnamon oil in there. Then they have it in the touch form, so if you aren't able to dilute it, it's right there for you. We also have the soft gels. So that is another way to take them instead of putting it in water or putting it in your own capsules. You can take it in the soft gel form already made for you. All right, I'm gonna go back to stop sharing. There we go. So I wanted to show you that page because On Guard is one that Doterra is very excited. At convention, they had released the information that they had tried to get over the whole year published in medical journals, how beneficial it is in the studies they did with On Guard, and it has been published. I was hoping I could show that to you, but I am still trying to find it. I'll have it hopefully for my class tomorrow night because I'll be using On Guard and talking about that. So On Guard is one, like I said, that is a go-to. That is a must this time of year. If you don't have On Guard, that's why I'm going to talk about these next oils. All right. So the other one I would take during this time of year, if we run out of On Guard or don't have On Guard, usually we do or we try to, is oregano. All right, so why oregano? It's not an On Guard, but is a great immune support. And I'm going to reference here this awesome book so I don't miss anything. But oregano is steam distilled from the herb, of course, herb itself. And it has so many different common uses. You can use it for calluses, candida, and canker sores, carpal tunnel syndrome, Ebola virus. It helps support all of these things, and fungal infections. The reason it helps in these different areas is because it is an antibacterial, like I mentioned, an antifungal, an antiseptic for the respiratory, so it helps get into your respiratory system and help support that. And then it's an antiviral and immune stimulant. So as you can see, there's a lot of different things that help support. Some people say it really supports their ringworm, staph infection. There's a time I had a couple parasites and bugs, and I took it, and I got sick instantly. I will say that. It was cleaning me out, but it did help support my body and helped it naturally just try and flush things out. So that's why oregano is a great one. It is quite spicy. It is quite strong. Someone I know licked the bottle because they thought, you know, these are precious drops. Licked the bottle because there's a drop on the side. They regretted it. It was a little too hot. It is a hot one. So if it is too hot and you do take it, or you just can't get that taste out of your mouth, do some honey. Do like a teaspoon or tablespoon of honey and gulp that down. It is one I gargle when I have a sore throat, and that has really helped. So when I have a really sore throat, I will gargle that with some water, a couple drops of that, and some lemon, and that really helps soothe my throat as well. All right, so the next oils I recommend, especially if you don't have On Guard, we're going to go to cardamom. This is a new one that I was reading about and wanted to share with you. I was reading about it for some fall room sprays, and I was looking for, you know, oils that are great for fall. But I also remember cardamom's in some of my favorite teas, like a chai tea, and I wondered why. And it is great for I'm looking again, anti-infection. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's an antiseptic. It's, what else? A lot of antis here that I can't even pronounce. Decongestant, diuretic, and stomachic, and tonic. So those are the properties it helps with. So there's a lot of things it supports. If you get a cough, if you need digestive support, if you need support for your headaches, if you need support against inflammation or muscle aches or nausea or any respiratory elements, cardamom is a good one to have. So you could diffuse it. You could take 1 drop under the tongue, or take an oil capsule. So you would put some sort of oil you can ingest, like olive oil, avocado oil, sunflower oil would work. And you would put that in a capsule with 1 drop of the cardamom and take that, or you can use it in your cooking or put it with your teas. So that's another way to use cardamom. All right, so cassia would be the next one. And a lot of people go, well, isn't cassia very similar to cinnamon? Yes, it is a type of cinnamon. Cassia oil comes from a different part of the tree. It comes, of course, from the bark, but it's also a little bit different. It's not, the chemistry makeup is different. So cassia, show you here, 15 milliliters. So cardamom is not a 15, it is a 5 milliliter. Just note that. Cassia is great at supporting fighting with antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral. Great for cooking and is an antiseptic. So that's a great one if you want to add it to your cardamom, or you're making your own little tea or a room spray or fall diffuser blend. That is something that's going to be getting into the air and kind of cleansing, and you know it's also an antiseptic, so it's going to help support and fight against some of those nasty bugs. All right, so the next one we're going to look at that I recommend, cinnamon. So this is called cinnamon bark, I believe. Yep. And it has directions that you can use it internally. Most of these so far have said that. And it is a 5 milliliter. So cinnamon bark is also from bark, but it is an antibacterial. This list is very long. Antidepressant, antifungal, anti-infectious for intestinal and urinary, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antioxidant, antiparasitic, antiseptic, spasmodic, light is what it says, antiviral, and immune stimulant, purifier, and warming. So It also enhances the action and activity of other oils. So they're saying that one is a great one to mix with others. So that's why you might see it with the cardamom, or you might see it with cassia, or the next one I'm going to talk about, clove. You could also put it with oregano. So it is very supportive of your whole body in different areas, and it is probably a go-to this time of year. So if you're ever wondering, why do we always during fall, why is applesauce with lots of cinnamon or cinnamon things, why does that appeal to us? Probably because our body needs it and is craving it, because it needs that support. And that was something that dawned on me probably a few falls ago. Why do I always like that? Why do I also like hot apple cider? When I make homemade hot apple cider, I will use some of these oils, the cassia, the clove, the cinnamon, and I will put that in to the apple juice that I make and do like a mulled cider. And it tastes amazing, and it is soothing and comforting and calming. But I also, as I've learned and studied this, it supports your immune system and it supports your body as a whole. So that is a go-to. All right, the next one is clove. I've been talking about that. This comes in a 15 milliliter. And clove essential oil is from the bud and the stem, so they steam distill it that way. It has a lot of properties to it. So it is an antibacterial, antifungal, anti-infectious, anti-inflammatory, antiparasitic, strong antiseptic. So note, it's saying strong, so this would be a great one to pair with cinnamon. It is an antiviral, a disinfectant, an antioxidant, immune stimulant. So if you're looking to cleanse and need some antioxidant properties, like I said, this is a good one. We haven't heard that with the others, the cardamom or the cassia, but with clove and cinnamon together, it's going to be a good powerhouse to have, even clove, cassia, and cinnamon. Good powerhouse of oils to support your body. There are a lot of common primary uses for it. Again, muscles, mold, osteoporosis, thyroid, if your thyroid's acting up, so it supports your thyroid. If you're having any toothache, cinnamon's also good for that. If you have any, yucky germs, kind of the flu bugs, that's a good one to have. Alrighty, so I've talked about some of those powerhouse ones that are the antifungal, antiviral. And a lot of times you go to the doctor, you feel miserable, they say it's just a virus, nothing we can do. These are some oils you can go to help support your immune system. This is something you can have, pull out of your cupboards, pull out of your oil boxes, and use a couple drops. I use a couple drops a few times a day when I have a bug of some sort. Oregano, rule of thumb, don't use it more than 5 times a day. It can be quite strong for the liver. So you do want to make sure if you do 2 drops of that, you don't want to go more than 5 times a day. I usually get in, being busy with life or not feeling great, I might get it in twice, maybe 3 times a day. 4 times is okay. So a lot of times I do that. All right, so the next 2, last 2 that I have here oil-wise are ginger, and that's a great tummy tamer. I'm going to look here and see if there's anything else I wanted to share about ginger. Again, that one is a laxative if you need a laxative. It's a stimulant, it's a tonic and warming and antiseptic. So any of these, if I've said they are warming, like cinnamon, cassia, clove, cinnamon is very warming, so is oregano. That also means they could be hot to your mouth. They could be your skin can be very sensitive to it. It might become red and you might feel like you've got a rash. That is because, one, it's pulling toxins out, but it also is very warming to the skin. It is very hot in a way for the skin. So you want to make sure you dilute it if you put it on your skin, or if you find it's on your hands or in your mouth, do some honey, do something that'll help dilute, do some olive oil, rub it around, or coconut oil. That'll help with any stinging or burning you might feel, because they are warm oils, but it's because they are antiviral, antifungal type oils, and they're also helping pull things, toxins from your body and supporting your body. All right, so wild orange. If you've heard me talk about my citrus oils, all citrus oils are great for cleansing. They're great for uplifting, supporting you that way. They can also help kind of get you through the slump of the day. But wild orange, I like the flavor. It's very calming. It's another one I put in our homemade cider. So orange itself is an antidepressant. It helps support if you're struggling with any infections, any bacterial, any microbial, anything. I'll just say here, not compliant, but any cancer issues. It's going to help pull some of those toxins out. It's going to help your body detox, because essential oils are a detox. All right, again, antiseptic, anti-spasmodic, digestive support, sedative, and a tonic. So wild orange is just a great one to have as a go-to to put in your water every day. I do it even in the summer just because it's refreshing. It tastes good. I put it in teas just to help support and also cleanse my body, because a lot of times we might be killing bugs off naturally, or if you're using an antibiotic, but those bugs need to go somewhere. So sometimes that's why some of these oils are great, because they'll help flush your system naturally, help you cleanse and get back on track. So those are my go-to oils. Again, we talked about On Guard, talked about cardamom, oregano, talked about cassia, and cinnamon, and clove, and let's see if I missed any, wild orange, and ginger. All right, oh, I'm missing one here. My last one that I take every single day, just as a precautionary, support my body on a much deeper cellular level and help keep my immune system going, like I do with my LOB. It's kind of my go-to oil every single day. It fits into my wellness triangle here. We're going to go back to that. It's up here in the rest and stress management, and they talk about it there because frankincense is a calming oil. Like I did a video earlier today on our page talking about balance, and frankincense is in there. It's a grounding oil as well, but we call it the king of oils for a reason. It has a lot of support for your immune system, for your body as a whole, and it also will help detox, but it's a little, in some ways, it's gentle. Like oregano can be really strong. It is gentler in that way to your body, but oregano kicks things. That is something we use. So frankincense is our go-to, and I take 2 drops of that. I put it directly under my tongue. You can put it in a capsule. You can put it in water or tea or something and take that every day. But I take 2 drops in the morning. You could take it anytime. Just take 2 drops every day, and that'll help support your immune system, so your body can naturally fight against any bugs or germs that you come across. All right, any questions? No questions from you, Wally? Nope, he's tired. He's ready to go to bed. So those are kind of my go-to oils, my favorite ones. Here's a recipe for you to keep in mind and on hand. I'll try and say it slowly. It's called poof. Okay. Sometimes we call it ploof. That's what Wally calls it. But poof was originally from one of my great gold leaders above us. And she and her friends were deciding, what can we call this? What acronym can we give it? It was called poof 4321. So I'll do that, and then I'll add in what the L is for ploof. All right, so poof is peppermint. We do peppermint, 4 drops of that. And then you have oregano, On Guard, sorry, the one we talked about, On Guard. That you do 3 drops. Then you do oregano. Remember we talked about how it's strong, so it's always my second O, and that's 2 drops. Then you do frankincense, and you do 1 drop. I still do my 2 drops in the morning, but sometimes when I'm not feeling great, the cold flu season's coming around, I will do my poof. So I might get 3 drops. Well, usually I do my poof at least 2 or 3 times that day. So I'm going to get maybe 4 or 5 drops of frankincense, and that's okay. But that is poof. Peppermint, On Guard, oregano, frankincense, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, we also have added in 3 drops of lemongrass. Lemongrass helps support any aches. It's also, it makes it taste a little better, in my opinion. And it also helps support your respiratory. And so that is another one we've added into the regiment of poof, and now we call it ploof. So that is one of our favorite ones to use, and hopefully that'll help support you and your family in those times that you need to help fight those viral bugs and nasty critters. All right, since there are no questions and we don't have anyone on, if you do have questions, they do come up and arise, feel free to reach out to me, send me a message, email me, call me, text me. Happy to be there. Oh, just looking at my sheet here, I forgot to talk about Breathe. Breathe essential oil is a good one. So is eucalyptus. Probably eucalyptus is my favorite to open those airways. But we'll talk more about those oils because I know we're still going to be in fall next month. And I will share when we have a few more people. I can share some fun food ideas, how I use my cinnamon, cardamom, some of those in different baking things that I do, and snack recipes. So be sure to watch for that on the Facebook page. They will be there, or go back and look at the photos and you should find them. So I will talk to you all later. Hopefully you have a wonderful evening, and thanks for tuning in, Wally. For those of you who are watching the recording, thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions or insights, love to hear from you and get your feedback. And if there's anything you use for fall, let me know. I'd love to hear, because maybe that's something going to help support us. All right, have a wonderful evening. I'll see you next month. Bye.